What's good, everybody? Israel, and I come back at another video. So this video, I want to share a quality that this quality alone can take you far in life. That this can take you far beyond your wildest dreams and imagination. And this quality is the quality of being unstoppable. Someone that is unstoppable is someone that is going to keep at it and continue until they win. Someone that is unstoppable is someone that has their mind made up as far as what it is that they want and where it is that they're going, and they're not going to stop until they get there, right? There's a saying that success is one decision away. One decision. And that decision is you making up your mind. Because if you have the right mindset and the right mentality, and you make up your mind of something that you want to be, do, or have, or accomplish, right? If you have a goal or dream or aspiration of yours, and you make the decision that you are going to get there, that you're going to win, that you're going to succeed, then you will become unstoppable, because you are going to keep at it until you get there. You are going to remain persistent, and your belief is what's going to create the fact and make that dream or that goal of yours a reality, because it's the beliefs that create the fact. If you believe that you're good enough, if you believe that you're capable, if you believe that it is inevitable for you to win, that it's a done deal, that it is impossible for you to fail, then you are going to keep at it until you win. And then that is how you develop the quality of being unstoppable, right? People that are unstoppable are resilient. And these are the people that they focus all of their time and energy and all their thoughts and ideas on figuring out ways to win. They only spend their time thinking about the ways that they can get there, towards their goal, towards their dream, right, to accomplish it. They don't waste any mental energy or capacity thinking about any reason or any way why something might not work out. And it might sound crazy to a lot of people to not think about that or not factor that in. But what you need to understand is the will of human beings are immeasurable, right? Because if there's something that we want to make happen and we are fixated on making that thing happen, then we will find a way. And if we might not see a way right now, then eventually a way, a route will present itself for us in order for us to get there. How different do you think you'd be living your life, or you'd be approaching different opportunities or different ideas you might have, if you believe that it were impossible for you to fail, right? If everyone believed that it were impossible for them to fail, then they wouldn't be fearful. They wouldn't operate with fear. That would not ever cross their mind, because they know that them succeeding is inevitable, that it will be a done deal. So that it doesn't matter, right? The opinions of other people, none of that matters, right? This is the mentality of someone that is unstoppable. They worry less about the opinions of other people. They worry less about the naysayers. Well, they don't give any attention to the opinions of others. They don't give any attention to the naysayers. They understand the goal at hand. They understand what is it they want, what is it they want to go after, and they go after it. No questions asked, no excuses. They just make it happen. This will take you far in life, because someone that's unstoppable. If I use a cross-country trip as an example, right? Say you live in New York and you want to travel to Los Angeles. Let's just say you're going to drive across the United States to get from New York to California. Might take you probably like 3 days or so driving to get there. But someone that is, the average person, they might begin their drive, and then maybe a few hours in, they might regret their drive because it's taking them a long time, and maybe they don't feel like driving anymore, and so they might end up turning back around. Someone that is unstoppable has their mind made up that they are going to arrive at their destination, and it does not matter to them how long it takes or how much time is required. They have their mind made up that they are going to get there. Doesn't matter if it takes them 3 days driving from New York to California, or if it takes them 6 months walking from New York to get to California, right? They see it as that they're going to get to where it is that they're going, and they will get there no matter what. That is a quality that will take you very far in life, because what you need to realize and understand about life is that in life, people, the superstars are the ones that get rewarded, right? These are the people that commit themselves to being exceptional at whatever it is they decide to pursue, whether that's sports, whether that's music, whether that's business, whether that's, doesn't matter what it is, it can be anything, right? The superstars in life are the ones that get paid the big bucks. These are the people that get rewarded by society. Why? Because other people, or everyone, is always looking for the best, right? You are always looking for the best home in the best neighborhood with all the best amenities at the price point, right? When you're traveling, you're always looking for the best deal for the flights. You're always looking for the best deal for the hotels. You're looking at all the best, most popular places to eat at, right? That fits your price point, right? Everyone is always searching for the best. So if you have the mentality of being unstoppable, then you are going to strive relentlessly until you become the best at whatever it is that you're pursuing. And then when you become the best, that's when opportunities begin to appear themselves for you, because you end up becoming someone that is valuable. You end up becoming someone that's irreplaceable because you are an expert. You are the best at what you do. And you can't just walk down the street and find another person that's going to be able to do what you do. So being unstoppable, having that mentality, is what's going to propel you forward and allow you to win in life, because you are striving to be the best. There's very few people that operate with the mentality of having their mind made up of what is it they want and going after it, and only thinking about all the ways and all the reasons why they're going to get there. See, it's so easy to think of all the reasons why something can't work out, because it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to just let something go and just say, you know what, it wasn't meant for me. Why is it easy? Because then you won't have to lift a finger because you've given up. But the people who decide to stick with it, the people who might not see the results right away, right? These are the people that end up winning big in life, because they're not living their life based on instant gratification, based on wanting to get a reward for like immediately, like right this second. They don't need to be rewarded right this second if they know that what they're building is something great, right? There's a saying that Rome wasn't built in a day, and that's because oftentimes building great things, accomplishing great things takes time. When have you ever seen a major skyscraper on the planet ever be built in 24 hours, right? Doesn't happen. It usually takes months or years for it to be built, because it's a lot of math involved, a lot of planning involved, a lot of construction, a lot of, right? Great things will take time. There's a reason why food tastes a lot better, obviously depending on what you make, right? But tastes a lot better when it's cooked slow and it takes its time to be made, rather than for it to just be microwaved, right? There's a reason for that. So you want to be someone that has a bulletproof mindset. You want to be someone that has the right mentality, because there's people out there that might think that they don't know what to do, that they don't know what they can accomplish, right? If you're in that position, then just focus on your mentality. Focus on bettering you. Because at least, at the very least, if you focus on bettering yourself and bringing out the best version of yourself, then you'll first and foremost realize that you are in fact valuable, and that there is so much that you can value, that you can provide of value to other people and to the world. And then from that point on, then it becomes a lot easier for you to find your talent or your gift, right? Because you'll look at things from the lens of value. It's like, even if you don't know where to go, you can still work on your mindset. You can still have the quality and the mentality of being unstoppable. And then all it is just you finding out that thing that you want to pursue and then just pursuing it, right? You have the mentality, then you're already ready. It's just a matter of finding the task, finding something that's worthwhile for you to accomplish. That's it, right? The mentality can always be worked on. You can always develop this, right? You can be a student right now in school and you can develop that unstoppable mentality when it comes to your academics, telling yourself that you are going to crush every single class, every single exam, every single assignment. It doesn't cost you anything to have that mentality. It does not cost you anything. So anyone can freely choose this mentality. Anyone is free to operate with this. And you can apply it to anything. You can choose to have an unstoppable mentality with you going to the gym on your fitness journey. You can choose to have an unstoppable mentality for your hobbies. If, let's just say, you really enjoy playing the piano, you can have that unstoppable mentality where you are going to play until you become the best, until you learn how to read music, until you learn how to play the instrument with your eyes closed, until you learn how to replicate other famous songs, right? Like, you can apply this to anything. So this is why this is so powerful, because it's just a matter, you have this mentality, this mindset, then all it is just you figuring out what is it that you want to do, or what is it that you want to go after. And then the rest is history. It's a done deal. It's inevitable for you to succeed, because success is always one decision away. It's the moment you decide to make your mind up and accept that you're going to win. And at that point, you're not going to be worried about the time. You're not going to be worried about how long it takes. You're not going to be worried about any of that stuff, because you understand that it's going to be a journey and you've agreed to participate in that journey, right? Same thing with a GPS. You put a GPS and you put a GPS to your destination, right? Usually when that happens, most people commit to that destination regardless of how long it takes, because they have their mind made up that they're going to go there, right? It's unlikely for someone to agree to take a trip, and then even though it's supposed to take a few hours, after a few hours they get so frustrated that they haven't arrived that they just decide to turn right back around. It's like most people commit to the trip once they decide to embark on the trip. You need to do the same as well. And that's with everything in life, right? You want to get into the habit of seeing things through. Things that are important to you, you want to see it through. You don't want to just keep giving up, and then getting back to a position where you're praying for an opportunity, then a new opportunity falls in your lap, then you give it a shot, but you don't put your best foot forward, and then you don't win immediately or right away, because most people don't. Pretty much nobody does, right? And then you throw it away because you're saying, oh, well, this opportunity doesn't work because other people are winning and I'm not. If things are hard for you, then chances are they're hard for other people, right? And it's only the people who decide to accept that it's hard, accept that it might take longer for them to get to where it is that they're going, but still decide to pursue it anyways because they have a strong enough why, because it's a reason, there's a purpose, there's meaning behind it. These are the people that end up winning, right? You're a content creator here on YouTube, and right now you feel as though you're not getting as much traction as you'd like, and you see other content creators that only put up a couple videos and their channel's popping off and this, that, and the third, right? Then don't look at it from the lens of analytics. Don't look at it at the lens of I'm not getting any views, I'm not getting any traction on my videos. Look at it from the lens of my goal today is to post a video a day. And that's going to be my goal. That's what I'm going to focus on, because I can control that. I can control my productivity. I can control how much effort I put into things. So make it be effort-based. Make it, if your goal is to put a video out a day, and have that be your goal, and hit it. Do it each and every day. Put out a video and let the rest of the pieces fall into place, right? Because your channel will eventually grow. There are going to eventually be people who like the content that you put out. There's going to eventually be people who like you for you, who are going to gravitate to you because of who you are. So why are you letting all the other variables get in the way? If you know it's inevitable for you to win, then you are going to keep at it, because in your mind you've already won. So you're not showing up as a content creator with 10 subscribers. You're showing up as a content creator that already has 1 million subscribers. So it's not going to be, you're not going to be worried. You're not going to be concerned. You're not going to be, right? You're going to approach things with confidence because you believe that you already won. You believe that you're already at the destination. So right now it's just you going through the motions. That's how you need to see it. That's how you need to be, right? So the quality of being unstoppable is something that's so powerful because it doesn't cost you anything. Anyone can tap into that energy of being unstoppable. Anyone can tap into that energy of success, of believing that you've already won, believing that it's impossible for you to fail, because it is, right? Because as long as you're keeping up on your journey, then you can't fail. And failure isn't even a real thing, because failure and success are on the same path, right? It's just that success is, like, if we consider a long highway, success is at the end of the highway, and then failure is taking any exit prior to getting to the end of the highway, right? But even then, failure doesn't exist, because even if you quote unquote fail, you still gain experience, you still gain knowledge, you still gain valuable information that you didn't have previous to you even attempting. So you do walk away with something. So how, if you walk away with something, how is it a failure? Right? And even if you put it down right now, that doesn't mean you can't ever pick it back up in the future, right? It's silly. So just focus on, find what's important to you and just go after it and be the best, because then it's going to mean so much to you, right? Because you developed The thing about goals that you remember about goals, a lot of times we go after the goal because we want to reach that destination. But the truth about goals, that the true purpose of goals is so that you can grow as a person, so that you can tap into a new side of you that has always existed, but that you didn't know existed, or that side of you that you never brought out to the surface. That's the point of goals. That's the point of going after things and achieving it. So that you have to tap into a better, more polished version of you in order to have that thing, or in order to get there. And if you have the mentality of being unstoppable, that is a new element that's always existed within you. That is the human will that has existed within you. The persistence, the belief, the discipline, the consistency, right? These qualities will begin to come out. And then as you keep at it, you'll realize that you'll eventually pass everyone else. Because most people, everyone has these qualities, but not everyone taps into these qualities. And most people, because they don't tap into these qualities, then it is in fact rather easy to succeed. You just have to remain persistent, because most people are not persistent. So you just have to keep doing what most people aren't willing to do, the hard stuff, the boring stuff that most people aren't willing to do. And then guess what? You'll find yourself on the other side of success, and you'll be winning. And that would have been the secret formula this entire time, right? So developing the quality of being unstoppable is just a matter of having your mindset on what is it you want to do, what is it you want to go after and accomplish, and doing that. That's it. Not speaking about it, not just constantly saying that you're going, just doing it. It's just leading by example, and just thinking about all the ways, putting all of your mental energy and capacity towards all the ways that you can get there and all the ways that you're going to win. And it will be inevitable for you to win. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as you're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.